live.
Yes, we sure are. And we'll just wait for anyone to join. See how it goes today. If it's busy or not. Maybe people are starting to enjoy the summer if they're in our part of the world.
Yeah, of course we've had an extra bank holiday this month as well, so we haven't done our usual Monday slots if anybody comes along to them, because we just didn't think anybody would perhaps be there to listen, because everybody's enjoying the bank holidays. And we do have another one coming up, I think, at the end of the month. There is another one, I think. Yeah. I think it's the last Monday in May?
I have no idea. I'll see if my calendar says.
Yeah, because there was one at the beginning of May, then there was an extra one for the coronation, which was this week, and I'm pretty sure there's another one coming up.
Yeah, I mean, there usually is a May. Wait, what? We already had two, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one at the beginning and one at the end of May. Let's have a look.
Spring bank holiday on the 29th.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, there's normally one at the beginning and one at the end of the month. But this month, because of the coronation, we had another one. So we've had 3 bank holidays in a month, which is great.
Good. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me because Mondays are my non-working day anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I mean, because I'm self-employed, I just carry on working usually. But I did decide this month, no, take the bank holidays off. Have a day off, because you can.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think what we could do, I know we've got no one with us at the moment, but for anybody that does watch this on replay, you'll notice a lovely poster in the center of the screen. So we are focusing on career readings, career or business readings, whether you're self-employed or employed, or readings about your spiritual journey, your spiritual development, your spiritual awakening. So these are the readings that we're going to be offering. So you're very welcome to ask a question on one of these 2 areas, career or spiritual path. And I think it would be useful, again, just for when people are catching up on the replay, just to do a little disclaimer at the start of the session to say a couple of things about psychic reading. So we won't be able to go into other people's energy. So if ever you come for a reading and you want to know what someone else is thinking or doing, that's not something that we're able to do. Well, we can do it, but we choose not to, because it's not ethical to go into other people's energy and to tell other people what they're thinking or how they're behaving. We also don't offer repeat readings for the same question. So if you've come to see us more than once, that's brilliant. We absolutely welcome you back. But please bring a new question, because we won't be offering the same, we won't be answering the same question once. And also, just from a legal perspective, we don't provide legal advice, we don't provide financial advice, and we don't predict pregnancy. So there's a few other things that generally psychic readers won't do. So I think that's probably covered all of them, unless there's anything else, Kat.
Yeah, I suppose we don't do medical health readings. We can do something about personal growth, well-being kind of stuff, but not, anything to do with any sort of medical conditions and such.
Yeah, good point. There is actually a course you can do in health readings, but I just think that's just a no-go area. I'm not comfortable doing health readings, so I don't offer them. And my specialism is business and career readings and spiritual readings.
Yeah, definitely. I would say I think I'm mostly personal development, personal growth that can help in anything then when it comes to areas of life. But it's where my focus is. I think just knowing yourself a little bit better and finding the answers within yourself more than, otherwise. That's kind of what I've been focusing on.
Awesome. So just to give an example for people watching, so career and business readings are quite straightforward, really. If you've got a question about your career, do I take this job I've been offered? How will it work out? I've got a decision to make and I'm a bit unsure. I need some clarity. Why am I feeling so stuck in my career? Those sorts of questions are great to ask, and the tarot and oracle cards and angel cards can really help with them. What's an example of a question somebody might ask, Kat, if they want some guidance on their spiritual journey?
Yeah. Well, I would say, I think the spiritual journey is very similar to saying a reading of a personal growth nature as well. So sort of like, it could be relating to, let's say, even it might be something to do with career, but it might be phrased in a sense of, why can't I find the right job? I tried so many times. What am I doing wrong? Or what can I change? Or how can I align better to find the job that would bring me satisfaction? Or why do I keep meeting these kind of people in my life? Why can't I find friendships? Or, it can be love relationships as well, but it's more asking about why, what am I, what's within my energy, or what can I do better? I think, yeah, how can I align better to meet the right people for me? How can I align? Is that? I think that makes sense. What can I do to align better? What are my strengths? I like doing like strengths readings and stuff. I'm happy to uncover that. So something that will help you know yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely asking what skills and gifts have I got that I need to tap into right now in my life, because of course that can change. That's a really useful one. I like that. And also it's quite useful. I used to bring it into my Reiki sessions and ask the cards, what does this person need to heal from at the moment? What's blocking them from moving forward?
That's it as well.
And also this strength, like which of their strengths do they need at the moment? What do they need to do more of? What energy do they need to tap into more to get them through a difficult period or a period of confusion? So they can be useful, like healing readings as well, which all comes under that sort of spiritual personal development category.
Yeah. Or even like, what am I not seeing in this situation? Situation can be anything, but it's basically not asking, I suppose it's so that we can provide you with guidance of what you can do, rather than just waiting for some sort of a fortune telling style of reading, because we want to always remind people that there's a lot in our hands, and there's a lot depending on our intention and our energy, our attitude to life. So we're happy to work on that and help you with those sorts of dilemmas, I suppose, so that you can create a better life for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, they're meant to be empowering, aren't they, readings? So if you can see something coming in, then that's great, because you know it's happening. But the key for me, the key part of the reading then is, and what can I do about it? Because you've got free will at all times, and you can change your path at all times, because we are the conscious creators of our reality. So if you don't like something, you can change it, and then you can ask, well, what can I do to change this? What strength do I need to get me through this situation? So they are meant to be empowering, rather than what's coming up in the future and then
just taking it and then not having any sort of reflection, I suppose. It's not just to tell you this is what's going to happen and that's it. Yeah, definitely more power to you. We want to give more power to you, and you realize that that's where the power lies, really.
Yeah.
Even if we find ourselves in situations that are less than ideal, but we can always change our perspective, intention, or look at the situation from a different perspective, and it might teach us something. So, yeah.
So if we've got anybody watching with us, please let us know in the comments, say hello, and let us know your question. If you're on Facebook, pop your name in as well, because we can't see it. But if you're on YouTube, then we can see it. And just let us know, what question do you have? What is your burning question that you want to ask about your career, or your spiritual or personal development?
I don't know what's that. Oh, it's come up.
Yeah, it was squealing at me then. I just turned my volume down a bit. I don't know if it was that.
Oh.
It's not very nice. While we're just waiting for a comment, I have a new deck.
What is it?
Can you see it?
Yes. Oh, I think I've seen this one somewhere.
I can't hear you.
I think I have seen this one somewhere. It looks familiar. This. What is it called?
I can't hear you, Kat. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I've lost your sound. You might need to hop off and come back on again, or mute and unmute.
I think you might need to go and come back.
You're going to go and come back? I could lip read that.
Hang on. Sent you a message.
We've lost music as well.
Did you see the message? I thought the message in the private chat.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll just wait until Mel comes back. If anyone's here, as we said, please say hello. Even if you're just watching, and if you're watching from Facebook, please type your name first, and then your question or just hello, or click on the link that's in the description to give StreamYard the permission to access your details, Facebook details, so then it will display your name in the comments. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, could you still
Yeah,
hear
see,
me then?
that's, yeah.
Weird.
It's yeah.
It lost all sound. The music went, and I was like, okay, can you? So you could still hear me, but I couldn't hear you. Right.
Yeah, that means it's something on your side, or when it happens on my side, then I need to leave and come back.
Right. Okay. And going off, coming back on. It's that old classic, isn't it? Turn it off and back on again. That seems to
Yeah.
really weird. I've not noticed that happen my end before.
No, it did before once.
Oh right. I think
did.
I think I completely disappeared off the screen once. I think I crashed or froze or something.
That also happened, yes.
Hmm.
I'm just checking my messages just to make sure no one's like messaging me with questions, but I'm not seeing any.
If you're watching us live, please say hello.
No. Even if you don't have a question, hello is always welcome.
Yeah, just because I want to make sure the comments are working. So just put anything.
That's a good point, yes. More if any,
hitch just a minute ago. I just want to make sure everything's working okay. So yeah, please just drop us a hi, say hello, and then we know the comments are working, because I can't see any coming through just yet.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Aha, yay. Thank you.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Oh, working in your flower garden. How lovely.
Oh, that's nice.
I want to see a picture. I don't know if you can put a picture in the comments. Might be able to.
Probably. I have no idea.
You should be able to put one in, but I don't know if we'll be able to see it from here. But we can catch it on Facebook. I want to see.
Yeah. Afterwards, yeah. Mm.
Oh, so anyway, my new deck.
All right, yes.
Can you see that okay?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was saying that I recognize it. What is it called?
It's the Modern Witch Tarot, and I've seen people use this before. In fact, the lady that used to do my tarot readings years ago, she had this one, and I really like it because it's really diverse and really modern. So the characters look different. They're not all the same looking. So it's pretty good. It's a more diverse, modern deck. I just need to cleanse it. I don't want to use it tonight because I don't like using a new deck until I've cleansed it and infused my energy.
Yeah, no, I have my little ritual as well, I should say. Yeah. Call it.
I've got some Palo Santo. I'm going to give it a good smoke cleanse.
There are no flowers yet, just digging up to make some space. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. You could always send us some pictures once you've got some.
I'm so bad with flowers. I mean, maybe I would be better if I had a garden and they were in the garden, but houseplants.
Oh.
No.
I used to be bad with houseplants until I got houseplants that are easy to look after. I think I was getting the wrong things.
I thought I got ones that are easy to look after. So
that's okay. No, don't worry. You can always drop us a picture another time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would let you, but yeah, it would be interesting to see if you can. I don't know. I never tried to send a picture on someone's live.
Yeah, you can normally do it in comments, but I don't know if you can. I don't know if we'll be able to see it through StreamYard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm still using my Angel Wisdom deck as well. So I've been using this quite a lot. I just find it really hard to shuffle because the cards are huge. So I have to really stretch my fingers to get around them. But I love the cards. But I've been reverting back to my old Rider-Waite recently.
Yeah.
The original. Though I think this is the coloured
oldie
one.
but goodie. Yeah.
I just love Rider-Waite. I think it's because it's like that's what I learned with. I feel kind of nostalgic when I look at it. It's like, oh, there's my Rider. And they're easier to shuffle because they're like normal card size for people with normal hands.
Normal tarot card size, because I think it's different for the Oracle.
Yes. There isn't a standard Oracle card size, I don't think, but
no, I suppose it just depends on the publisher. There's a standard publisher size. So like Hay House, I can deal because that's the max. But that's, I think, how the Wisdom, the Angel Tarot that you have would be the same, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, then Oracle, you have maybe 55, maybe 44 cards, and then Tarot, you have whole 78. I don't think I could do that.
And that's probably why they make them a bit smaller, because they're so huge. I mean, this is, how many cards are in this deck? It doesn't actually say. Oh, of course, this is Tarot, isn't it? So there's 78, and they're quite thick.
Yeah, that's why I really like the different decks of where's that publisher? Blue Angel Publishing, I think.
Oh, right.
But I don't think, I never bought any because they're always so big from what I can see. The people, share on YouTube that they have really like extra large usually cards. I can't do those. But then, I think Hay House is the standard Oracle.
Yeah, probably. I will have some Hay House Oracle somewhere.
I think the ones that you have, the Angel Tarot, I think is Hay House, isn't it?
I was looking on the box. I can't see it mentioned.
Because it's Radley Valentine.
See the logo now. Yeah, that's right. So they're Hay House. Yeah, so this is probably standard Oracle card size, but because there's like 78 of them, quite a big deck, and they weigh quite a bit.
Yeah, the only tarot that I use is the vice versa. I like the Los Carabello size cards, and then my mini one, like a mini tarot. It's the best.
So if you're watching, say hello in the comments and let us have your question if you'd like a reading related to either your career, your job, your business, anything you want to ask about that, or your personal or spiritual development. So anything that will help you with your personal development or anything you're going through right now that you want some spiritual guidance around, just drop it in the comments.
Can't load up a picture. That's totally fine. Thank you for checking. That's good to know. Yeah, I didn't think that you could.
Yeah. That must be when you're on a live then, because you can normally upload one in comments on a post, but probably not on a live video.
Not when you're live.
Okay. Well, there's my little.
It might be a little bit like too much. Might be taking too much memory, like too much space for live.
Yeah, and of course we probably might not be able to see it.
Yeah, that's why I think there isn't an option, because I think that would like really slow down people's lives if people were like putting up files, like video, picture files.
Would you like a card while we're waiting?
Yes, of course. That would be nice. Can grab a Divine Directions card for you as well. With a short message.
Okay. So, what I've done, I've just made this spread up. What's your current situation? What's your current challenge? What's getting in the way? And what's your current strength? So your current situation is quite lovely, really. We've got the Four of Wands. And Four of Wands is when you've got so much to celebrate, even says on the card here, where you're happy in your home life, happy in your family life. The image on the card of the Four of Wands always shows like mum, dad and kid. It's like a nice family feel to it. The home is doing well. The garden looks lovely. So it's actually when you're in a really nice place, when home life is thriving. So, and it's unusual because most of the time, I mean, it's not unusual, it absolutely makes sense, but most of the cards I pull for you relate to your job, career. This is the first time it's not related. It's just a focus for you. But no, at the moment it's like, no, let's just celebrate and bask in the joy of home and family. And it's a really nice image on this card as well. This isn't traditional Rider-Waite, but it's the same sort of thing. I don't know how well you can see that actually, because the screen might be a bit small, but it's a couple and they're dancing and they're celebrating in front of their home, and there's like a big rose bush growing up over the wall and flowers everywhere, and it's very pretty. Oh, nice. So that's very nice. So your current challenge is, they this is interesting. We've got the Queen of Cups. So this is the water card. So this is when you're looking after everybody else and you're being very caring and compassionate, but sometimes the Queen of Cups can forget to look after herself. So it's about taking time out to look after you instead of nurturing and caring for everybody else, which obviously you're going to do. You're going to be looking after everybody else, but also this is having a bit of time just for you and a bit of fun just for you, instead of, oh, I've got to be sensible because of this, and oh, I've got to look after that. And it's more about, looking after yourself and putting yourself first, because the Queen of Cups is very giving. So that's the only challenge, is just to sort of think, you know what, stuff it, I'm going to put me first, I'm going to do something fun. And then your current strength is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles always reminds me of steadiness and moving forwards at a nice gentle rate. He's not leaping forwards and he's not going mental. Everything is ticking over nicely, so work is going well and the home is going well because it's Pentacles. Everything's flowing nicely and gently at a nice gentle pace, and that's your current strength. It's not a time for leaping about and making changes and doing new things. Now it's just like, okay, let's just have some steadiness for a bit, and then I can bring that fire energy in later when I want to change.
Yes, that is actually, yes, very true. And I like that way of being for myself now, because I'm usually like, I usually have so many fire, like cards, like the Knight of Wands or something like, but I really feel like I'm just slowing down and just enjoying the steadiness and the groundedness, and just and the focus on home and family is really helping me in that. So that's very true. Yeah, I like that change, because I think I've been on the Wands horse for a long time.
So, and there's nothing wrong with the old Wands horse, but every now and again you've got to get off your horse and have a picnic, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it just, like you say, it's nothing against that, but it's been going on for so long that it's nice to actually have a strength because that never would have shown up as my strength. I think the Knight of Pentacles, like, gosh, that's progress for me. I think that's a very I'm very happy with that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That makes me feel very good. Yeah. Cool. So just a little reminder before I show your cards, Mel, we're doing career readings or spiritual and personal development growth readings today. So if you have a question, let us know in the comments. And I pulled 3 divine directions messages for you. We'll see how they build into a whole. And we have a career. I actually get this card quite often, which is interesting. And it says, it's time to add extra energy to your career area. Maybe try something new, but hold on before we continue. But then you also have wait. Take time to think on the matter at hand. Don't be tempted to rush.
Okay. So I was just going to get on my horse.
So, and then friends, spend more time with your friends. Share your thoughts with someone who understands you. So I feel like it is career related. It's not actually, I wouldn't say it's actually telling you to do something more, because we have the wait and friends. So I feel like potentially, if anything, it's a time to maybe talk through some ideas with friends before you take action.
Yes.
If there has been anything in particular on your mind, the conversations with friends might help with that. So it's okay to just wait. Yeah, so it's okay to wait before you make a decision.
Cool.
Are you doing something new?
No, not really.
Thinking of something?
I'm getting cards showing me changes coming in, and I'm like, what change? Where? What's coming in?
I don't, because these are, they have fixed sentences, like it never changes. I wouldn't always take those. But there might be, I say that, but also I keep getting this card. And so I feel like there is something that maybe needs a change. And perhaps, if you give it some time, it might come to you. Talking with your friends, spending time with other people or people that you collaborate or something, it might actually bring a little bit of change. So, because I've been having this card for quite a while, and I've been thinking, what am I supposed to be changing? Like, but it keeps persisting, and I'm like, so sometimes I feel like it might even say that the change maybe itself is coming. Just wait.
Yeah, okay.
It's not necessarily you initiating something different.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what change, actually, that I'm talking about it, we know what change is coming with another two people, right?
Yeah. It could be that. It could be that.
Yeah.
So I didn't
there
think
might
about
be
that
a new direction of some sort.
Yeah, I just thought of that as a continuation rather than it's not like a complete change. It's just the next step. And I was
thinking something new, though, to what you've been doing so far.
So it might be that. It might be that rather than stopping doing something. It's just starting something new. And I have been thinking about enhancing my tarot readings in a slightly different way. But again, that's more of an enhancement. I guess in my brain, I was like, change that means shut one door and open another. And it doesn't necessarily.
I know what you mean. Exactly. Yeah. It's just like either adding something extra, enhancing something, building upon something. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what I think as well.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. Is someone asking for personal development?
Awesome.
Reading?
Absolutely. We just need to know who you are.
Please give us your name.
Yeah, it just says Facebook user when we're on StreamYard. So if you just let's have your name, and then we will have a look for you.
And whether there is a particular area that you are looking to improve as well in your life, then that this, personal development is for. Personal development question. Oh, okay, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Okay, is there any particular area that you're looking to know a little bit more about in terms of personal development and growth? Okay, so you'd like to know whether the classes that you're taking are good for you, I suppose. Okay. Hi, Diana. Thank you for joining. If you have a question, you can also get ready and have your question for us. As you can see, we're offering career, spiritual, and personal growth, or spiritual path and personal growth. Teresa.
Okay, so we've got Teresa. I'm taking classes. I want to know if they're the right classes. And then we've got Diana with us as well. So we'll just wait for Diana to give us her question. But I'm going to start with Teresa. So I've pulled a couple of cards and just asked the question, are these the right classes? What do you need to know about the classes? How are they going to help you, if they're going to help you, and just to get a little bit of a feeling about whether it's something that's going to propel you forward or if it's the right decision. I mean, straight away, one of the cards I've pulled a couple for you, is Justice. Now, the Justice card for me is always, if I'm asking, is this the right decision, is always a big fat yes, because justice is about the right answer, the right decision. So instantly, as I look and see the Justice card, that for me is just a clear, like, yes, this is the right decision for you. Justice can also represent balance as well. So it might be that you need to make sure that with the classes you're doing, you don't overdo it, you don't burn out by focusing on them too much. But they're definitely a good move and the right move for you. And also I've got the Ace of Swords here. Now the aces are all about new opportunities, new beginnings. And with the swords, this is about, it's about thoughts and thinking. It's also about communication and clarity. So this is a new opportunity for you to come up with some new ideas, some new ways of thinking, some new thought processes, some new routines maybe as well, because it's swords, it's all about that mental energy. So there's going to be a new beginning for you as a result of taking these classes, whatever they are. It's certainly looking like they're going to spark lots of inspiration in you and ideas. And definitely with this Justice card, yeah, they're the right classes for you.
Okay, Teresa, so I've pulled 3 angel cards and I asked what's the good, what's the challenge, and what's the outcome for you taking these classes, just so that you're aware. And I've got the good. It's the friendship and union card. So I feel like you will actually make a lot of friends that are, interested in the same thing, obviously, because you're taking the same class, and it's very possible that you will collaborate together afterwards, maybe practice together. So it will be a really great time to meet new people and, be in an environment with people who are basically interested in what you are interested. So it's a great friendly place. So so I feel like that will bring a lot of happiness to you and a lot of fulfillment. The challenge that might come up during those classes is the strength and guidance. And I feel like that's talking about potentially the teacher, maybe whoever is running the classes might be quite strong on their own ways of doing things that you potentially maybe won't agree with completely. But I think that's completely normal with any classes that we take. If anything, it's just to say, just be mindful of it, and don't worry if that comes up. It's just take what you need and leave the rest from those classes, and just, I suppose, make sure that you don't block your own guidance. So if the teacher guides you to do something that you don't necessarily agree with, then I would say it's okay not to do it exactly like that. So I just want to say, just don't lose your own intuition within that teaching method. Everyone has their own ways of doing things, and that's totally fine. But overall, the outcome is actually really good because you have the spiritual growth card. And so I feel like you will open a lot more spiritually. It will lift your spirits overall, and you will learn quite a few things in there. I feel like the curriculum, or whatever the topic will be covered, it will actually bring a lot of information that maybe you haven't had before, and it will open you up even more. So overall, I see it as a very good class. Like I said, just those 2 things to keep in mind, and everything will be fine. So I hope that helps.
Okay, so we've got a question come in from Diana. So my intention is to ask about career and spiritual and personal growth. What do I need to know to be the most successful in all of these areas? So I've pulled some cards for you. Interestingly, you've got 2 Pentacles cards here. So the Pentacles is about being grounded, being sensible. The Pentacles isn't about rushing into anything and going all out and jumping in with both feet. The Pentacles energy is more about being very careful and cautious and planning. So when it comes to like career, money, managing your income, this is the like the spreadsheet card, I want to call it, because you've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is the plan everything, map it all out. So in terms of career, I feel this is more connected to. It's about paying attention to the details. It's about carefully planning and then being quite steady. So it's not a time for massive investments in your career. It's not a time for start something new, get creative, all of those sorts of energies. This is more about careful, steady growth and steady movement forward, not leaping forward. So plan, pay attention to the details. You've also got the King of Pentacles, which is about mastering that. So for me, the King of Pentacles is completely on top of their material wealth, their income, their home. They do their books. They know exactly what's coming in. They know exactly what's going out. This is somebody that's got a real good head for finance. It doesn't matter that it's a king. It's not about being male or female. It's more about the hierarchy, I suppose. It's the level at which you need to be. You need to be mastering your income and expenditure and your books and your finances. So that's what you need to know to be the most successful, is stepping into that nice, gentle, grounded, sensible energy of the Pentacles. And then also I've got the Two of Cups, which is a slightly different energy. And when we're talking about our personal development, our career, anything like that, the Two of Cups is about not doing it alone. So this is about working with somebody else who you have a really good like soulmate connection with. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This can just be somebody else in your life who can share things with you and help you. So this for me, when it is combined with the Pentacles card in that kind of reading, is reminding you that you don't have to do it on your own. There is somebody around you that you can team up with and be a team working together to help manage everything in terms of your career and your business. So this is about forming partnerships with another person and not trying to do everything on your own.
Okay, so I had to have a little think about how to pull the cards, Diana, because there are 3 things included in that. And I feel like, you know, although it all kind of is meant to be going in one direction for you as a person, you know, because, you know, being more successful in all areas, it's like there's just so much, right? So I thought I'll pull one for each. So as an advice card for the career, personal growth, and spiritual path. For the career, I have the Earth and Ground card. So that just tells me that it's a lot of focus that's needed for you right now, Diana, is just really grounding what it is that you're doing in our physical reality, whether it's almost like, you know, speaking the language of the I sound like I'm an alien or something, but like speaking the language of our human existence, right? within your whether it's your offers, your services, being very I'm kind of thinking of things like marketing as well, you know, having all of these systems in place. But also I feel like this is talking about the expectations, having quite I don't like this word, but I want to say realistic expectations, in the sense that, you know, I feel like that kind of groundedness is needed, just knowing that things might take a little bit slower to come in than we maybe would want it to. It doesn't mean it's not coming in, but sometimes we need to put a little bit more effort into making them happen. And it might involve all of the things that many of us, I think, don't really like, which is like selling, marketing, and thinking of all the systems and the technical stuff and all of that. That kind of comes to my mind when I look at this card. But also, I feel like it's the other things that are coming to my mind are creating a message, like that sounds very grounded. I hope that makes sense. But that, I don't know, that just came to me right now as I was putting the card down, is just creating some sort of a, whether it's a message for you that you just keep on your side, on the side, to always know what is it that you're trying to say to people when you are looking for new customers. What is your message? What is it that you're doing? So making it very almost like tangible, if that makes sense. So that's for the career. Now, for personal growth, interesting, you have the Expect Miracles card. And I feel like this personal, because it's in the personal growth position, I feel like this is talking a lot about expecting the positive. So having a positive outlook on life, or on yourself even, really, because it's about your own personal growth. And so being a bit more positive in that department, and expecting, I suppose, even better things. So I have, because I've been taking some notes. I'm just having a look, and I have written down looking at the positives and being open to different outcomes. Because sometimes we might have an idea of, this is how I would wish to be, because I don't know, because maybe you might think that someone else who's doing something means that they are, better in some way, or whatever, and you might be aspiring to be, or thinking that if you do this, then you are good too. But it's not like that, is it? We're all very unique, and it's all about just really acknowledging your own strengths and your own preferences and your own unique ways of being, and really looking at the positives. Because we all have positives. We're all strong in something, and so it's just a matter of changing our perspective on many things. And now, spiritual path. What you need to know to be most successful on your spiritual path is the composure card. So to me, composure, this composure card always talks about being super zen when there's chaos around you, or difficulties, or other people, especially when we're sensitives and empaths, and we're very sensitive to what's going on in the world, or to other people. It's really important that we just stay within our energy. And sometimes it takes a little while to find out what our energy is. But for you, that's what the spiritual path advice card is just really staying within your own energy. And sometimes I feel like, staying with your own energy means that you really need to get to know your own energy, first of all. So maybe, I don't know, if there's something that you feel like you might be missing. Maybe there's not. If you feel like there's something, I kind of know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it. But I feel like that card with that personal growth, when I was saying look at the positives, at your own strengths, because you have a lot of strengths, and it's just, the choice is yours to actually name them and notice them. And I feel like when you do that, you'll be able to stay composed, because you will be stronger in your own belief in yourself, if that makes sense. When we really believe in ourselves, and we know our own value and our own worth, then no one can really rattle that, or have an effect in any way that will throw us, of course. So I hope that helps. Oh yeah, you couldn't pick just one. No. No, that was a very Yeah, a very rich question. Thank you for
You're
the
very welcome,
question.
Diana.
Sorry, did I screw that as well?
In response to, so this must be Teresa's message. So yeah, you're very welcome, Teresa. So it's past life regression classes.
Oh.
Exciting. Interestingly, I'm doing a course on past lives at the moment, but not through regression. So I've had past life regression before in hypnotherapy, and it was brilliant. It was so healing. I wasn't expecting it to be as healing. I thought I'd just get information, but I was in tears all the way through my first one. So that really shifted some stuff out for me. It was incredible. And I'm doing a course at the moment in past lives where you enter your past lives through a portal. I'm only about halfway through it at the moment, so it's a slightly different method. It's more like going into your past lives through meditation rather than hypnosis, but for the same reasons, really. So yeah, I'm fascinated by something like that.
Yeah, I never actually went for past life regression. I wanted to for a while, and then for some reason, I only had readings, like past life readings a little bit. I did do a little meditation myself once as well, but I don't know, some things like, I don't know if I'm like ready or something.
Well, I was worried about it actually, because I didn't want to go back to a life that was really horrible and relive the trauma. And actually, I did. I did, because I went into a life where I'd lost a child and it was horrific. But, I knew in my hypnotic state that I wasn't really there, because I could hear the hypnotherapist talking to me. So I knew I was safe. I was just seeing and hearing and feeling, but the feelings were really, really strong. I was able to bring up those strong feelings, bring them to the surface and heal from it. So they were incredible, but I was put off doing it because I was worried that it would be awful and I was going to be scared. And actually, it wasn't so bad. So yeah, but you've got to feel like you've got to want to do past life regression. You've got to be in that right space,
Yeah, I'm really interested to kind of know why I'm not in there. I'm not there because, like I said, I really was for a long time, and I thought, oh, that would be exciting. But then it just sort of, don't know.
Okay, so we're not doing general readings tonight, lovely. We're just doing readings on career or business or work or your spiritual path. So we have got a couple of minutes left. If you do have a question related to any burning questions on your career or your spiritual path, your spiritual development, let us know in the comments and we'll pick it up. You keep getting like can you hear that screeching sound?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's gone now. I can turn my thing down a little bit.
I just hope it's not gonna turn the audio off for you again.
No, I know. So weird. Technical hitch. Spiritual path. Okay. Right. Which deck do I want? I want this one.
Okay. Oh no, that's another one. Yes, spiritual path or career. Just because we have 2 more minutes.
Yeah, we only going to have time to do one.
Yeah.
We'll go with spiritual path because that one was the first one.
Okay.
Let's go with spiritual path. Okay, let's see. What do you need to know about your spiritual path? Oh, interesting. So what we've got for you then, we've got 2 major arcana cards here. So these are this is when something quite major is happening in your life in connection to your spiritual path. So what I've got for you, I've got the Hermit, and then I've got Renewal, which is the what's it called? The card. I can see it in my head, the Rider-Waite, but I can't think what it's called. But I'll explain the meanings of the cards anyway. So the Hermit, this is when you're being called to spend time going within on your spiritual path. This, for me, means your guides want to talk to you. So when I pull the Hermit card, it's when my spirit guides want me to go into like meditation, because they want to talk to me and they want me to like switch off all distractions to the outside world. So I don't know if you already meditate. If you can, you don't have to meditate in silence if you find that difficult. A lot of people struggle with the silent meditation. You can put some nice music on, you can focus on the breath and just sort of quieten your breathing, slow your breathing down, quieten the mind. And you're being called to do this. So you're being called to do this for a reason. So if you can schedule in a few minutes every day to spend time in quiet meditation, it might be that your spirit guides have got a message for you. In fact, really, I'm drawn to the light on the card here. So I feel like there's something they're trying to get through. There's a message they're trying to bring for you. And then the renewal is about clarity. This is it. It's judgment. That's the card. It's truth and clarity. So there's something maybe that you might have been thinking about, you might have been asking about, where you need some clarity, some confirmation. That will come, but you need to go within to find it. So it's going into that quiet meditative space. Have a pen and paper in front of you, I would recommend as well. So anything you see, hear or feel when you're in that meditation, write it down, because there'll be a message in there for you. Exciting.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so what I have for you with that question, I've pulled some cards to show some strengths in that area on your spiritual path, and also some challenges and advice of how you can work on that. So what's going really well is the honesty and communication. So I feel like that just talks about you being open spiritually, in the sense of your attitude. You might be open, communicating with other people on your spiritual, beliefs and intentions. And also that brings to my mind prayers. So I don't know if you pray quite a lot or just regularly, because I feel like that's, it kind of tells me that you're quite vocal about it, whether it's to others or to yourself, being very open and honest about wanting to develop further and just being a spiritual person. Now, what your heart desires is to take a step back. So I feel like you're very eager to get to become better, or maybe have a better connection. But your heart is basically telling you to tone it down a little bit, just because when we push something too hard, that's when we create resistance. And it will make sense with the next cards, I feel. So for you, to help you further, you just need to try and let go and go with the flow. like a very popular, I think it's a very popular sentence for people to say, but it's true. Sometimes we just need to let things go. Our desire and our wants and our trying creates resistance. So we just need to let things happen how they want to happen. Because, and I say that because in your challenge you have intuition and downloads, so that tells me that you're challenged. The challenge is to actually hear, whether it's the messages or a presence of spirit guides, spirit in general, angels, whatever your whichever let's say direction you're going to. I feel like you're trying really hard to receive messages, and it kind of makes me even on that picture, I don't know if you can see this angel, they're holding their head like this, but when I look at this card, it makes me think of you like trying too hard. It's literally like, just okay, I need to now receive something, I need, and when we put too much pressure on ourselves, that's when it exactly doesn't happen. So just letting go a little bit and being open will help. Now, the advice card of how to help you overcome this challenge of intuition and downloads or hearing and listening to intuition downloads, is the Holy Love card. And it tells me that if you could just spend some time in meditation, ideally, that will have an energy with it of you just sitting with the divine love. I'm talking about divine love. So, for instance, meditations such as meet your guardian angel, or raising your vibration, or if you're familiar with sitting in the power for mediumship, so somewhere where you just sit and you're just becoming open to divine love, which is the energy of spirit. So you can start just feeling it and experiencing it without analytically in your mind trying to receive the messages, because it's not going to work that way. Because through your ability to open and feel spirit's energy, what the holy love, the spirit's energy, it will open you up to be a little bit more sensitive, I suppose, to their messages, because there is a little bit of a block between I just want to say, like, you being able to recognize of what it even means to connect to spirit. And when I say spirit, I mean, the highest vibrational spirit that we all want to connect with. We don't want to connect with anything else, but sometimes it just needs a little bit of experience and practice with what it even feels like, rather than guessing in our mind of what it should look like. So I hope that makes sense. I would suggest looking for some sitting in the power meditations specifically, because those meditations are just merging your energy with the energy of spirit, and you just sit there. You don't think about anything. You're not, seeking out messages. You just sit there and you just kind of get attuned. That's the word I'm looking for. Attuned to the energy. So I hope that helps. You can always rewatch this reading if I've covered too much and talked too much. But for everyone who's watching, these readings they stay on our YouTube channel, so you can always go back and re-listen to your readings. Just connecting with oneness, with what it means to be one, is what I'm kind of feeling for you. That will help you further. Okay, well, we'll definitely pass the time. I just noticed now. So thank you, everyone who joined us today. It's been lovely to have you as usual.
And you're very welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.